When I purchased the business, it was a new endeavor for me. So I hadn't been a business owner previously. And when you're going through that process, you're leaning on a lot of people. So I had my lawyer and my accountant helping me with some of the due diligence and the planning for the business, and also advising me on the structure of the transaction and things like that. And I spent a lot of time working on a business plan at that time too. I have some friends who are business owners and were able to give me some advice. And you really do a lot of work leading up to the actual purchase of a business. But what I found is once I purchased the business, I had this big now what kind of question going on in my head. So I got in, I met the people, did some more evaluation on the business, learned some of the things that I couldn't have learned prior to the purchase of the business. And dealt with those, and that's that flurry of activity. But once you get through that and start working on the business plan, you find these gaps. And I found myself asking, what do I do now? So I had gotten a couple of mailings and calls regarding Inner Circle, and you get a lot of, as a business owner, you get a lot of those type of inquiries and requests. Take a look at this, no obligation type of things. And I blew them off kind of with everything else. But I reached a point at which I said, this might be worth at least a conversation. So that's how I started. Had a conversation with a couple different people that were running circles. And after those, I did actually attend a meeting. And I immediately saw the value. And it was a lot of people in similar situations, some that have owned businesses for 20 years, some that had owned businesses, for a couple of years. And I felt like I could really learn a lot from those people, but also I could contribute. There were some questions being asked by group members that I had experience with, and they all led to great conversations. And for me, those are not the type of conversations that I would have with my accountant or my lawyer, because I'm going to get specific advice from them from a legal perspective or a financial perspective, but there's also a human perspective to running a business that other business owners can provide invaluable advice.